I never ever got anything in a book at all.
We're starting a project on Pennsylvania birds and mammals, a book project to coincide with our Envirothon events that have been going on here in Pennsylvania for 25 years. One of the reasons we came up with the book project is because it's so hard to get age-appropriate materials each year for the lower grade levels. We have Envirothon competitions starting in the 3rd grade, going up through senior high.
You know, you have a couple of bears here. You have in fact, you have all 3 native North American bears. Okay, so now I have a sketch. Now this is really easy technique. My line is going to describe the edges of the animal a little bit. He's pretty smooth here.
So we got a grant a year ago from the Department of Economic and Community Development, and that grant will enable us to publish this book, which will be about a 300-page color book on Pennsylvania birds and mammals. And one of the things we decided to do to help generate interest in this book last fall was to start a student wildlife art contest. This is a statewide contest. We're asking students to submit artwork of native Pennsylvania birds or native Pennsylvania mammals.
You have chosen the difficult pose, the head-on pose of the snarly creature.
Once we choose the winning entries, we should have well over 100 entries that we'll be including in the book. And we think it'll be a book that families will want to buy, as well as schools and the general public. So it won't just be for Envirothon participants, it will be for just about anyone interested in wildlife in Pennsylvania. The students need to go to our website at www.yorkccd.org and click on Education, and under Education they'll see a spot for the Student Wildlife Art Contest. That'll list all the rules, it'll list all the native birds and mammals that they could choose from. They also can submit more than one entry. We just want each entry to be a different species. And once they have done their artwork, it should be in color. It should be no larger than your normal piece of paper, 8.5 by 11 inches. They can either scan it and email it to us, or they can mail it in, which is probably the preferred way to do it, is to mail it in.
Anything you put on the paper is a good thing. That's the idea. We're going to put some stuff on paper. The more stuff you put on paper, the better you get. Do not mix white paint with watercolor.